Good morning and happy game day, Bengals fans. We are here for week 3 of the morning prowl. Week 1, we had no clue what we was doing. Week 2, we was kind of just rolling with the punches. Week 3, we know what we're actually doing now, hopefully. So hopefully that has good news for the Bengals. And Whitney, what's going on with the glasses this morning?
Oh, you haven't heard?
I
We're
know.
we're channeling our inner Joe Cool, our inner Joe Shiesty, Joe Burr, because starting today is the revenge tour.
I wake up, flex, I'm down that check. No drip, this wet. Tell 'em run it up. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck, but first I stretch. Tell 'em run it up. I wake up, flex, I'm down that check. No drip, this wet. Tell 'em run it up. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck, but first I stretch. Tell 'em run it up. 9 out of 10 roll through my hands, I'm by my lonely. Turned to a savage, now my baby wants to hold me. I love my fans, don't need no friends, I got my homies. Thought I could trust you, I find out you tried to zone me. I'm number 1 up on that court, I'm Nick McGrady. The first one in, the last one out, can't call me lazy. Put in my hours, send the invoice and they pay me. I need 6 rings like MJ and Tom Brady. I wake up, flex, I'm down that check. No drip, this wet. Tell 'em run it up. No sleep, no rest.
That intro just hits hard every time.
wakes me up.
Welcome back to another episode of the Morning Prowl. We have another great show for you with another phenomenal guest. Guys, when I told you that Whitney was kicking some serious butt with these guests, I was not kidding. So we will not wait much longer here. We have him in the background right now. Son of Bengals great and all-time interceptions leader, hopefully future Hall of Famer to come this winter, Ken Riley II. Let's get him in here. Ken, how are we doing this morning?
I'm doing great, and I love that intro. That was awesome. Love it.
That is all Whitney. She has been, I tell you what, she has taken this whole show to another level so far.
Good morning, Ken.
Good morning.
You got your coffee too?
I'm just drinking water, but not a big coffee drinker. But I'm here early and excited to be here.
Good deal. So exciting things going on for the Riley family so far in 2022. I mean, on top of 2021. But big news is your father, Ken Riley, is up for the final vote to get into the Pro Football Hall of Fame. I believe this January, or it's this winter. I know sometime. I can't remember exactly when that vote is.
Yeah, it's in January, and yeah, very exciting. Like I said, it started last year with the Ring of Honor. That was a great honor for my father, and then this year, finally got over that hump and made it as a finalist for the senior committee. They expanded the amount of seniors that are able to go in this year to 3, and I think that he did benefit from that. So very excited for that opportunity and praying that we get that final next hurdle in January.
And it rightfully earned. I mean, 65 interceptions in an NFL career where the passing game wasn't the predominant way of going about on offense. So over, what was it, 18 seasons, I believe it was?
No, 15 and
15.
all at cornerback. And when you look at, he's actually number 2 all time as far as true cornerbacks, because a lot of the other leaders, they eventually switched time from corner to safety, but he stayed on that corner for all 15 years, and 65 is a incredible feat for him to accomplish. And like you said, in a non-throwing era as well. So that was 65 was hard to beat.
Oh yeah. So I guess one question I just thought of here was, towards the end of his career, was there any talks of him moving to safety, or did he just want to stick at cornerback?
I'm not quite sure. His last year, he led the AFC in interceptions, so he was trending, getting better at corner. So I don't think that at
That's
that time.
crazy.
It really is. He wasn't. There was no talks of moving to safety. But again, like 65 safety or corner is a huge number.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, that's going to be a tough number for anybody to beat, even with how many or with how often offenses pass these days. I mean, that's even if you have a 10-year career, that's 6.5 interceptions a season, which that's still tough to do. I mean, we're 2 weeks in and we don't have an interception yet, so it's not exactly an easy feat, and quarterbacks are only getting better.
It really is.
I was actually going to ask. So we have 0 interceptions. It's only going into game 3, but we have 0 so far on the season. And then my favorite thing to tweet this morning, it was about when we faced the Jets in '76, and your dad had a banner day and picked off Namath 3 times in one game. We beat the Jets 42-3, which is also mind blowing and kind of what I want to manifest for the day. But if you had like a moment in the Bengals locker room to chat with the guys, particularly the DBs, do you have any words of wisdom, or do you think your dad would have any words of wisdom to get them pumped up and have a day like that against the Jets?
Yeah, that was actually an awesome day. He had 9 total for that year, and actually they took him out of the game early because they thought that he had the Pro Bowl locked up in the bag. And of course, again, he never made it that year. So who knows, the Pro Bowl, that was just a snub. But as far as the team this year and the cornerbacks, is just to go out, be consistent, be aggressive. And his main thing was, if you get an opportunity to catch the ball, make the play. Don't bat it down, make the catch. And because that's how you get your notoriety. So that was his big thing. Just, play technically sound, play together as a team. And good things happen. And the biggest thing is the D-line and the secondary have to work together. If the D-line can get the pressure, the secondary have opportunity, and the longer the secondary can cover, that gives the D-line the chance to make a sack. So it all works together, and just playing hard as a team. And I think that good things are going to happen today, and then continue on throughout the season.
Awesome. I hope your lips to God's ears. We could really use that. I think our defense has played impressively last season, and we've seen some really good stuff from a lot of the guys as a unit so far this year. So hopefully they have a little inspiration from your dad today to take that ball away. It is time.
It is time. I agree. I definitely think it's time.
Yeah.
Good deal. So getting back to a little bit of the Pro Football Hall of Fame process here, who was the first contact from the Hall of Fame in your family about your dad making it to the final leg of this journey?
Actually, the president, Porter, called me, and I was, wasn't sure whether or not they were going to call my mom or call me, and we had been going through this process for years. It's something that every year I would get excited. You'll see that he's gaining momentum, and you think this is the year. And so I was just waiting around. I actually was. I left my phone in my office. I was at work, and I'm like, oh man, this is getting close because Bingo Jim, we're real close. He's staying in touch, and he's like, yeah, have you heard anything? I'm like, no, and I'm like, I'm just done with it. And then as soon as I left my office, I come back and I see I saw a Canton, Ohio number, and I just dialed it back, didn't even listen to it, and it was him and saying that he had moved forward to the finalists. So I was, just beyond words at that point.
Yeah,
good deal.
It's an emotional journey. It's been a very emotional journey, I'm sure, for your family.
Yeah, definitely. The next call I made was my mother, and I could hardly get it out because I was so emotional. Like, man, he's finally made it as a finalist. So it was definitely very emotional, very exciting time, and looking forward to hopefully in January making it official.
That's right. Better.
Yeah.
We're all behind you, and it's also we're all just equally stunned it hasn't happened yet. So this is it.
Well, I can say we definitely have some of the greatest fans, and it doesn't go unrecognized. And really appreciate all the fan support on social media, and it's always been a fun time when my father used to come back to Cincinnati just to see the support he always received, and not only from the fans but the Bengals organization. So it's always a blessing. We really do appreciate all the support he's received.
Awesome.
Good deal.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the Ring of Honor game last year. You obviously represented your father on the field, getting his name up at Paul Brown Stadium, or Paycor Stadium now. Talk about that moment a little bit. Receiving the jacket from the Blackburn/Brown family.
Like I said, it was a great honor. Really excited to finally see that the Bengals were actually recognizing some of their former players, and for him to go in with the greats, the coach Paul Brown and Anthony Munoz and Ken Anderson. It was definitely a great honor, and I think that helped this year with the Hall of Fame, and loving the new things and the traditions that the Bengals are, the direction they're headed in. So it's exciting times. Looking forward to, like I said, the continued success of the team and the organization. And to answer your question, it was just a tremendous honor to have my mom there, my sisters there, to represent my father.
And you got one good looking jacket out of that too.
Yeah.
That inside on the coat. I'm trying to talk my fiance into letting me get that for our wedding, but it's been shut down so far.
Oh man, yeah, it's an awesome, very classic jacket, and the tailor-made inside with the Bengal stripes. It doesn't get any better than that.
So
Yeah.
where does the jacket reside at now?
It's in my home. I have it framed along with a lot of other memorabilia that I have. Pretty much got all of his footballs in my house, and it's just decorated with a lot of the Cincinnati memorabilia. So that's one of the top, though.
Good deal. So as far as all the memorabilia that you do have from your dad, do you have a favorite piece that you always check? If you're walking through your house, you're like, man, I got to check this out today.
No, I don't think I have just one thing. But as I got older, I started to appreciate it more, because growing up, that's just your father. You've been around it all your life, so you think it's normal until you start experiencing things as a man. And then I realized that, hey, this is not normal. This is very special. So but not one particular piece, but definitely appreciative and value the things that I do have.
Good deal. I don't know if I could ever. I mean, obviously you got 65 interception game balls to choose from there, so that's obviously hard to choose from. So
yeah.
So as far as favorite memories of your father, on or off the field, what's your favorite memory of your father?
I don't know favorite, but just going back, growing up as a child, like I said, I used to see the work that he put in. And like I said, growing up, I didn't really know much about it, but I just see him, like, we are in the car and he's running, along the country roads, or he's on a bicycle. As we're, he was always working out. He was always in great shape. And the dedication that he put into it, and the hard work. So as growing up with kids now, I try to instill that same work ethic, and just his demeanor, very humble and mild-mannered, but there was a fire and competitor inside of him too. So it's just an awesome feeling to have your role model as your father. And like I said, he was a great guy, and just him as a person, he was just a good person in general.
Yeah. I saw a video, and I'm probably going to link it in the description of this, because I feel like it should be required viewing, especially for anybody playing defensively for the Bengals. But also, it made me want to run through a brick wall. It's by some random channel like Strange Voodoo, but it's your dad. It's one of my favorite highlight reels of him. And he starts out talking about how if he gets beat by a receiver, he makes notes, like he goes back and watches and makes copious notes of everything that they did to beat him so that it couldn't happen again. And what you just said is probably part of the answer to the question I'm about to ask you. But I was talking to Tyler earlier about how I think a trademark of this particular team and why we went so far last year is that we put a high value on intangibles. And I think if you look at a lot of the great NFL legends, it's not just physical skills that made them so next level. It was a lot of intangibles. So what would you say was some of your dad's intangibles that set him apart and made him so much better than everybody else?
Well, I think you hit it right there. And it's not only, like I said, a lot of great athletes, because once you get to that level, everybody has talent. But what separates, the good from the great are they're smart. They're students of the game. And he was definitely a student of the game. Like I said, that's one of the things I wish I would have got a hold of, his little black book with all of his notes from the wide receivers. I don't know where he put it, and I never asked him about it. But I wish now that was one of the things I wish I would have asked him about. But again, like I said, those intangibles, but, separate the good from the great. They become students of the game. He was very knowledgeable, very, very smart athlete, played quarterback. So he had that knowledge of an offensive mind, a quarterback. And so I think that helped them as well, being a defensive back, because he was a former quarterback and very knowledgeable of, offenses and what the weaknesses were of defenses and vice versa of offense. And so he was able to put that together. And like you said, he had that book and was a student of the game.
Just the fact that he had a little black book on receivers.
Yeah.
I can't.
Yeah.
I cannot. Oh
Yeah.
man, that would be a gem. What was it like, Ken, like watching games with him on Sundays, by the way? Was he intense? Was he paying attention to what the guys were doing and talking about it? Was he quiet? Did he watch? Like, what was he like on Sundays?
Well, from Thursday to Monday, well, of course, I live in Houston now, but that was our thing. When we will watch it, we won't watch it together for the most part. But, if I'm watching something, he sees something, we'll call each other, hey, did you see that? And he would always say, these guys now, they want to knock down the ball. They don't want to catch it, So that was his biggest thing, like catch the ball. But, it was awesome times. We would always communicate. Doing, like I said, from Thursday to Monday, we were always going back and forth and watching the games. But yeah, he loved football, so we would definitely watch those games.
That's awesome. And I know Tyler wants to talk to you about the organization, but one last little thing, like, do you know when you were watching games with him on Sundays, did you recall him having any Bengals players over the years that he really enjoyed watching, that stood out to him, that he was impressed by?
And he actually, I'm drawing a blank, but Hall, we was there from Michigan, and then Kilpatrick, all the guys though, he really, studied defensive backs, and throughout the course of, over the years, he was able to meet a lot of the guys and, talk to him when he came back during the season. So he always, I don't think, not one in particular, but any of the guys he always watched, and if he could offer any support or suggestions, he definitely would do that.
Awesome. That's so special.
Oh, my computer's acting up on me here. There we go.
Oh,
sorry about that. Oh, crap. Now I got pop-ups happening. Where was I going with this? I just blanked. Oh, so the Ken Riley, the Ken Riley Foundation. Of course, now I'm all scrambled. Do you want to talk a little bit about the Ken Riley Foundation and what they do and kind of who they serve?
Yeah, well, he started that when he moved back to Florida. Of course, that's his home in Bartow, Florida. Both my parents are from there, and he really had a passion and love for his community, and he was big on education. Like, he was a Rhodes Scholar in college, and his biggest thing is he wanted to be able to provide, scholarships and opportunity for those maybe underprivileged and have the resources to get to college. And his biggest focus was on trades, because a lot of times everybody's not meant to go to college, but you can definitely learn a trade and be successful going that route as well. So a lot of focus was, like I said, the underprivileged and kids, and just trying to make sure that they have an opportunity to be successful in life.
That's amazing. And yeah, I read that tidbit, and I had known it about him being a Rhodes Scholar and all of that. So it's not surprising that he had a passion for education. You guys do great work. Where can we find you?
Well, KenRiley13.org is a site, and of course I'm active on Twitter, and it's under Ken Riley II, and yeah, that's basically where our main from the social media platform. But it's been, like I said, it's been an incredible journey. So excited, for the season, and looking forward to January. And like I said, the biggest thing is I take away from this is support from the fans. Without you guys, like I said, with this push, it's been outstanding, and can't thank you guys enough for all you for the support.
Well, I'm glad you're feeling the love, you and your family, because Who Dey Nation is definitely well behind you. I don't think anybody takes for granted what a talented man that we were so lucky to have on our team. And yeah, I watch these clips, these highlights, and it just gives me chills. The velocity your dad played with, like, he was fierce. He looks like he was shot out of a cannon. I see him hit these receivers, and he had a way of hitting them where, like, he took their legs out from under him, but also was able to, like, pop out the ball, and then his nose for the ball. Like you said, like the catches. I do think it's required viewing. Some of the videos I saw over the weekend, I replayed them. They were so good.
Yeah, that was definitely his trademark, where he was able to undercut the receiver. And I tell a little story about how growing up, I wanted to be like my father. So my mom really didn't know. I have a younger sister, and I used to practice on her. I used to have her like run. I'm telling her to jump so I can try to flip her. So I'm like, run, but then you got to jump high so I can, try to undercut her. So that was my practice. She was my practice, dummy, and trying to flip her. So.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Is she okay?
She was never hurt.
That's a terrible job.
I know. She didn't understand it. She didn't know what I was trying to do, but I did. But fortunately, she was never hurt. So, but yeah, that was
as long as you didn't lay some of those hits on her that I saw your dad lay. Geez, kid.
Yeah. That was.
Ooh.
Yeah,
it could have been bad.
It could have been really bad, but unfortunately, she survived and she's doing well. So,
does she ever bring that up?
No, I don't even think she really realized what I was trying to do. She just thought she was playing with me, but I was really trying to, flip her. So
that's so funny. That's so funny. I need to send her flowers and ID like right now.
I thought the stuff me and my brother did was bad.
Right.
Oh man. I think that's one cool thing here, that like the younger generation of Bengals fans have got. Obviously didn't have the privilege of watching your dad play while he was still active, but I feel like with this push here for the Pro Football Hall of Fame and the Bengals Ring of Honor last year, more and more of the younger generation is learning about your father and, how instrumental he was towards the Bengals' success in the 70s and in the early 80s. And, like what was doing this weekend, watching clips, I love going back and watch those clips from the 70s and the 80s. I mean, your dad plus Tommy Casanova, like that secondary that the Bengals had in the 70s was it's greatly underappreciated. And the fact that your dad converted from quarterback to cornerback after college and had, the successful season that he had, just adds to that mind-blowing career that he had.
Oh, for sure. Like you just mentioned, like in the 70s, they had one of the top secondaries, not only in the AFC but in the NFL. Because you're talking about Lamar Parrish, Tommy Casanova, and then my father. That's they were like exciting to watch. Like Lamar Parrish was, very entertaining. He was the Dion before Dion because he was able to
Yes.
return those punts and kickoffs. I mean, he was flash. And like I said, my dad was consistent and did great at what he did, and then Casanova. So, I mean, they were just in a tough division. Then you had, the Steelers with, Mel Blunt and, all those guys that they had. So, but like I said, they were top for years, top secondary for the NFL. So it's great to see, like I said, with the Ring of Honor now, and the guys get to know their history, and because we've had a lot of great players come through, and I'm so happy for Isaac Curtis, who played my father. He always said that he was the toughest receiver that he had to face. He faced him every day in practice. So I think that's what kept him sharp and being able to consistent, because he was going against Isaac Curtis, daily in practice. So happy for Isaac and Willie Anderson for them to be going into the Ring of Honor on Thursday. So well deserved, and I'm glad. Like I said, we got a couple more guys that they go in over the next years, and Lamar and the Reggie Williams, and those are guys that I grew up watching and were heroes of mine. So very excited to continue to see that Ring of Honor grow.
And hopefully, come January, if and hopefully when your dad gets into the Pro Football Hall of Fame, hopefully that, opens the floodgates here for, some other Bengals greats that have been waiting on that call, for a long period of time as well.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of great ones, as you mentioned.
Yeah, like number 14, the bookend 13 and 14, Ken Anderson. So definitely there's a opportunity there. And like I said, Isaac Curtis, Lamar Parrish, like I said, those guys definitely, praying that they'll get the opportunity as well, because they're well deserving as well.
Yeah. Yeah, and we have a lot of new fans that's joined the Bengals with this team that had such a meteoric journey last season. We've accumulated a lot of new fans, and I think it's a great time that we start highlighting some of the legends that we've had on our team, because we have been blessed with some insane talent that's under-recognized because of the lack of Hall of Fame recognition. So I'm excited that as they come on and join us as Bengals fans, that it's also the time that we're highlighting these guys, because I think they'll get a lot more attention, and a lot of people will look them up and get excited watching highlight reels like I did all weekend.
I agree. I really do. I think it's an exciting time. And like I said, the momentum's here, and we're gaining more fans, and definitely think it definitely helps.
It does, for sure.
Deal. So will you be in Cincinnati Thursday night for the Ring of Honor, or?
Unfortunately, I had planned. I wanted to make it up, but I have 2 young boys, and it's football season here. So Thursdays and Fridays, and actually Saturdays, my weekends are full, so I won't be able to make it up.
Okay. So I guess, Whit, do you have any more questions for Ken this morning?
I don't think so. I think, Ken, do you feel up for maybe talking about this game day matchup with us for a little bit? Bengals versus Jets? Okay, yeah. Let's go. All right, Bengals at Jets. Let's talk about it. What you got, Tyler?
All right, so the good news is Jets are coming off a huge emotional win against the Browns, and where they had to score 13 points in under 2 minutes without any timeouts left, which is absolutely mind-blowing to anybody that's ever watched a game of football. So with that being said, I don't think they can sneak up on anybody this week. We're hungry for a win. We owe a little bit of revenge after last year's little debacle on a questionable penalty call. So I am excited. I'm feeling good about today. I think we're focused. I think we come out strong, and I think we get this season kick-started today.
What about you, Ken? What do you see on the horizon today?
I think Tyler hit it right on the head. Last year was kind of a hiccup. Wasn't, I don't know, maybe looking, past the Jets a little bit. But this year, definitely not going to be able to sneak up on us. We're looking for our first win. And I think that we'll get it today. And looking forward to a great game. And hopefully it's starting off fast. The last couple of games, we've been in the end. But, thanks to slow starts, that kind of hurt us. So want to definitely start off fast today and finish strong. So that's what I'm looking forward to.
Yeah, you bring up a good point. It's the slow starts that's killing us. Slow start to the season, slow start to the games. But I think today's the day we start getting right. So I am, like I said at the beginning, channeling my inner Joe Burr, Joe Shiesty. I'm going to do my dang best to sit back and just really relax like he told us to do. Like whatever Burrow tells me to do, I'm pretty much doing it. So that's what I'm going to try to do today. But I think this is obviously a winnable game, but I think this is the game where hopefully our offense starts firing on all cylinders and comes out the tunnel ready to roll early. I would like to see us up by halftime. That's kind of my benchmark right now for a really good game. But yeah, I think Bengals win today. And that's my mom, by the way, Ken.
Oh, hi, Mom.
Made her day.
All right, so I feel like we're all pretty much taking the Bengals here this morning.
Yes, sir.
Sure.
Deal. No pressure, Ken, but so far our guests are 0-7 picking games this season so far. So with the Browns and Steelers playing Thursday night, you get the short week. The only other game we have to talk about or to pick is the Ravens at the Patriots. So why don't you get us started on that one?
So I picked oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I'm sorry. Oh, okay. So I picked the Patriots. I'm very proud of this, by the way, to beat the Steelers last week. That's like my one that I've got right all season. But that said, Steelers are not very good. I think we gave them false confidence, like I said, in week 1, and they've shown who they really are. And Patriots took advantage of that. That said, I don't think that they do it twice in a row against the AFC North, and the Ravens are far superior to the Steelers. So I am taking Ravens today over the Patriots.
And I have to agree with Whitney. I think that the Ravens feel like they let one slip away, and Lamar Jackson is playing lights out right now. And I think that, they're going to be kind of upset how they let that one slip away, and I think they're going to go in and they'll beat the Patriots this week.
Well, I think it's going to be a clean sweep then, because I'm going Ravens as well. I mean, that Ravens offense looked phenomenal last week, and unfortunately, they just went up against a Dolphins team that can match that energy. And I mean, that game at the end was just absolute chaotic. So, I just don't think the Patriots offense will be able to keep up with the Ravens offense. So I'm going Ravens win as well. So I did actually look up the stats on this one. Whit, you are currently 1-6, and I am 2-5. So
we're doing great. We're doing so
phenomenal this year.
It's still early. It's still early. So
still feeling out every team so far. So
follow us for more picks, guys. Put some money on it. Just kidding. I think it's a testament to how wild the start of the season is, though, in our defense just a little bit. And I maybe that's how it is. It is at the beginning of every NFL season. Like, expect the unexpected. But the first 2 weeks of the season has not disappointed. I've just had my mind blown all over the place, and it's been hard to keep up with all of the upsets and close games and wild matchups and all of that. So I have no shame in my 1-7 right now. It's been hard to pick.
If we have another week, I'm just going to start doing the opposite of whatever I think.
I know. I'm really thinking about taking the Patriots today, just so I have a chance to edge, get ahead.
Oh man,
I'm sticking with the Ravens.
Well, Ken, thank you very much for joining us this morning. Absolute privilege to have you on here and get a chance to talk about your family and especially your dad. So praying for good news come this January, and hopefully we have another Bengals Hall of Famer.
Yeah, well, thanks for having me. It was fun. And again, hopefully in January we'll get that final call. So appreciate the support.
Good deal.
Thanks, Ken. You have a great game day. Who day?
All right, thank you. Who day?
Ken.
All right. Bye.
Oh my God. Excuse us, whoever's watching right now, is I just have like a little mini, we just talked to Ken Riley moment.
We only got 3 episodes, and the guest list that we've had so far is mind-blowing.
I feel very lucky. And shout out to Eric, who I thought I was being subtle, but yes, I am on my second cup of coffee. I brewed 2 before the start of the show. My only regret is that I did not brew 3.
Yeah, no, I could definitely use another one right now because I just finished what I had.
I know, double fisted. Hi, Meg. Meg's here.
Big shout out. Let's
and
do
Kelsey?
A big shout out here for all of our viewers here in the comments section. Thank you guys so much for joining us this morning. I know it's 9 a.m., but you guys are ready to go up at 9 a.m. with us. And we're going to get better at this.
I mean, everybody better be up. It's game day.
How can you not be up? I couldn't sleep last night.
No.
First time this week, or first time this season, I mean. So I keep forgetting to do this every time because I always put series notes down and then we talk about the game and I never bring them up. So Bengals-Jets series, I'm just going to awkwardly jump into this. Bengals-Jets series, currently the Jets lead the series 18-10. We all know how the last meeting went. We don't have to get into that. But the prior 3 games, the Bengals have won 3 straight. So let's go for 4 out of 5 here. 4 out of the last 5.
I mean, I'm down with that. Did you happen to look this morning? I haven't had a chance yet. Do you have an updated injury report for us by any chance? Or I know we had some guys that were questionable for sure.
So I think our biggest injury. So to answer your question, no, I did not look at the injury report this morning. All I do know is I believe that Jermaine Pratt is out, which is the biggest one. They elevated Keandre Jones from the practice squad this week. So that's not ideal, but I feel like I got to get myself one of those.
It's very hard to drink out of 6 out of 10. But it's funny.
Drinkability 6 out of 10.
I'm waiting to take a sip right now, and it's like just over. It's over.
You sure it's just coffee in there?
Pretty sure. Yes. Black. Hi, Dale.
Thanks for the love, guys. It's much appreciated.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, I think 4 out of 5. We got this. I'll tell you now. We better win today.
Oh God.
We better.
If we don't, social media is going to be a meltdown because that Cowboys game was rough to get through.
Okay, so I was at that Cowboys game. I regret being at that Cowboys game. I came away with I had so many good memories. I was there with one of my very, very best dear friends. She is a Bengals fan through and through, but her number 1 team. Yes, Mom. No, just kidding. Do not bring me a straw. That's disgusting. There's something about drinking coffee through a straw that just turned my stomach automatically. But her number 1 team is the Cowboys. So I think I'm going to take this L on me. It's my fault. I took her there. I made her wear her Cowboys gear. I think the NFL gods just wanted to give her a dub that day because she's so good-hearted. She's such a sweetheart. She kind of deserves it. But it's ruthless from here on out. So I'm sorry. I'm going to try every trick of the trade today. I'm going to wear my Joe Burr sunglasses. I want everybody else to do that too. I think we all need to just sit back, chill, relax, channel that energy. I'm rocking every coffee mug I got. I got new koozies. today over the weekend for Bengal stuff because my old ones were like busted. I've got like 3 different shirts I could change into at any given time. Like I need you all to match that energy because we got to get the W today.
Oh,
for
man.
sure.
Well, I'm trying something completely different today.
Oh.
If you follow me on social media, you've probably seen me promote this for the last week and a half now. I am doing a Bengals watch party with the Bangalorean at Warped Wing in Springboro.
Right.
So I've never done a watch party before. So super nervous. This is probably the reason why I couldn't sleep last night, because I'm like, oh boy, you're actually like hosting this here. So
it's gonna be so much fun.
It'll be so much fun. I can't. I'm always a person that I am nervous up until the start point, but like once I get going, we're good. So
Yeah.
I'll be happy once I can get to Warped Wing and maybe get a beer in me and I can relax a little bit. But
so I know that's in Springboro. I know that we had Bangalorean on last week, and he talked through some of the incredible prizes that you guys have. You don't even have to pay for tickets, guys, for these raffles. Like, it's just if you show up, you have a chance of winning cool stuff. Plus, you're going to hang out with some of like your other fans, your fellow fan base, like is going to be there. So and beer. So that's like a triple win. But like, tell us like what time you're getting there and how to get there, all that kind of stuff. Like, just give us the rundown and like the most up to date on prizes and what to expect if you go.
Yeah, so I believe the Bangalorean is getting there at 11. I'm hoping to get there about 11:30, 12 o'clock. We'll just kind of see how the rest of my morning goes here. But the Bangalorean has been kicking some serious butt. He's the one getting all the prizes right now. I got a couple things over here. I don't know if we'll give those away today or not. Might save that for a second watch party. I know Warped Wing is extremely, extremely excited about having us here for this watch party. And, the target for today was 50 people. Based on reactions on Twitter, I feel like we can get 100. I really do. So, but no, we got some awesome prizes to give away. We got 2 pictures from KBR, some of his original work, not the original prints, but reprints of some of his work. The famous duck hunting picture of Juju Smith-Schuster and Von Bell. I think everybody loves that picture. We also got a pair of custom Bengals sneakers to give away, and I'm blanking on the individual that does those. I'm so sorry right now.
Tweet it out later.
We'll definitely tweet it out later. But you guys have seen the white Nike shoes that they've been painting. Bangalorean has a pair. Bengal Jim has a pair. They're going around right now. So we got a pair of those to give them away. Man, we got a Warped Wing gift basket to give away. We got a lot of stuff going on right here. And like Devin. Whitney said, Devin, thank you, Matt. My apologies, Devin. Devin Young, thank you. We got a lot of prizes to give away, and it's all free today. So the only thing you have to pay for is your food and your drink. And other than that, come out, watch the Bengals, hopefully get a win. And meet some fellow Bengals fans. I think we got a couple driving up from Cincinnati. So they're making that little bit of a trek. I think, what is it? Probably about 30, 40 minutes from
easy drive.
Cincinnati.
Easy drive. And if that means that you're going to be surrounded by like a bunch of crazy Bengals fans and get to have like a little extra fun, that's better than sitting on the couch at home, right? I mean, I would 100% be there if I was still in Cincy, for sure. So everybody get up there today. Springboro is where it's at. And Warped Wing looks cool. I've seen some of your pictures that you and Bangalorean have posted. It looks like a cool place. And then
we also got to give. that's what I was looking up right now. Because I don't want to short him, but Jeff, aka Strawberry Ice, also has a watch party going on in Cincinnati. So if you're not able to make your way up to Springboro, there is a watch party going on in Cincinnati over by Eastgate, I think it is. I'm trying to think of what the name of this place is again. Is it RJ's Cinema, Distillery, and Tap Room? That's at a movie theater. You get the nice, big, comfy chairs. He's going to have his Jackpot Joey beer that they'll have available there. I don't think they're giving it away. I think you have to buy. But yeah, Jeff has a great viewing party. So 2 great options to get out today. Enjoy the game in a different way with your fellow Bengals fans. So if you get the chance, today it's going to be a fun day for Bengals fans, no matter where you watch the game. So a couple options for you guys.
Absolutely. And I'm all about these viewing parties for away games because it's such a sense of community. And it's never failed to disappoint, especially more so in the last couple seasons than ever before. The energy is unmatched. And so if you're lucky enough to either make it to Cincinnati to Jeff's viewing party or Springboro to your viewing party, do it. Because you're going to be around a bunch of great people and being able to root for the team as a community, and the energy is awesome right now. So
Cincy James just said first 50 people in get a free Jackpot Joey beer, and he's also giving away Jackpot Joey flag as well.
There you go. Get there.
More giveaways. You're not going to win free stuff sitting at home watching the game. You could probably throw your stuff if it comes to that. But, yeah, like I said, great things going on. A couple different Bengals groups doing a couple different things.
Yeah, and to your point, I have never once won anything free watching from home. I'm going to be watching from home today. Guaranteed. I will not win anything. Not going to happen. No raffles at my house. Nope. That's awesome. So on a scale of 1 to 10, how confident are you feeling about this Jets game today? I just want to go back to this Jets game for a second now that we've got some people in the chat and we're preparing for the day. So do you have any keys to the game that you're really looking for specifically out of our guys?
Honestly, defense has been playing well this year. So I don't really have any concerns about them. My only thing that I didn't like about the Dallas game was I felt like our defensive backs played a little too far off, and Cooper Rush took advantage of just quick routes to get the ball in his hands, the ball in the hands of his receivers. This week we have Joe Flacco. He is a good quarterback, but at the same time, I want to see us come up, pressure the wide receivers, and give our linemen a chance to generate some pressure. But overall, I think our defense is fine. My main key for the day, same thing from the last 2 weeks. It's the offensive line play. Can we give Burrow a little bit of time to let routes develop, let receivers get open? And I'm going to throw on top one more thing on top, which is Joe Burrow needs to stop looking for – I think he's looking for the kill shot at times, which is generating some sacks as well. Dump it off, 3 to 4 yards, for a pass. If that's all we get, that's not bad. That's still moving the ball forward. And, not every play needs to be a kill shot. And I think maybe we're trying to win in the same fashion that we did last season. And now teams have that tape on our offense, and they can kind of key off that a little bit. So,
yeah,
we obviously have the talent on offense to put up a lot of points, but I don't think it's going to be the same fashion that we did it last season.
Right. Yeah, I agree with everything that you just said. Here's the thing. I think it's just pretty cool. We didn't plan it this way, that we happen to have Ken Riley the second on this morning, because I really am looking at our DBs to capitalize on the fact that I don't know if you saw the stat earlier, but Flacco, for as much as we like to kind of make fun of him a little bit, I do want to remind Houday Nation that quarterbacks did not beat us the first 2 weeks. We had Trubisky and we had Cooper Rush. So it's not like we face these phenomenal quarterbacks. The quarterbacks don't have to be phenomenal. And Flacco has thrown for 300 plus yards in the first 2 weeks of the season, and most of his success has come on the outside to receivers on the slide. So I think that's a cue for our DBs to be prepared for that and to capitalize on it and get us some takeaways. So I don't want to put it all on our defense to win this game, but I think this could be an electric game for them if they are ready for it. And then as far as our offense, I can't wait for them to start firing on all cylinders. And to your point, just move the chains, win the time of possession. There's nothing wrong with winning the time of possession. Like, take your time. Take your good sweet time getting into the end zone. I'm good with that. So
our offense feels like a lighter right now. It's like, when you do the couple clicks and you see the flame shoot out a little bit, but it doesn't quite get going. That's how our offense feels right now for like the first 2 weeks. Like, you get that quick little flame and then it's gone. We're waiting for that moment where we get that flame and then it continues on.
Yeah, I agree. I think this is the week, though. Hopefully everybody in the chat agrees with us and sees it our way. Hopefully we play accordingly. What's Taylor saying?
Interesting point here. Flacco has a lot of fluff production, 120 yards-ish. In the last 2 drives of week 1, went down 2 scores. We can hold them down, in my opinion. I don't think there's any reason why we can't. It's just how long's, can our offense stay out in the field a little bit and give our defense a break? And even without the break, they've still played great.
Yeah. And I got to say, thanks for that comment, because you can spin numbers any way you want.
Mm-hmm.
There's always context, though, right? So there's context to those numbers. That's true. What about, I'm just curious, I'm going to ask, if everybody agrees with us on Patriots versus Ravens while we're here. I'm curious. I just don't see a way that the Patriots are going to stand toe-to-toe with that Ravens offense.
Yeah, I just don't see it. And I like Eric's comment here, which there is no reason not to agree. Expect the best and expect success.
We're manifesting today, Eric. Manifesting the heck out of some stuff today.
Bates loves Flacco.
He does.
I put the jersey up today, so hopefully that spins something here.
Matt, I love that point. It's true.
Another comment.
Bates Day.
What do you think is more likely, a close win, 1 to 4 points, or a blowout, 10+?
Ooh, good question.
I feel like I said the same thing over the last couple of weeks, so I feel like I should bite my tongue.
You're right. I've been predicting and expecting blowouts the first 2 weeks, so maybe if I predict it's going to go into overtime, we're barely going to win, but we're going to get the W. That's when we get the blowout. So I'm going to take that for the team, guys. We're just going to predict something really awful, who goes into overtime. Win with a McPherson field goal.
Shoot. Another comment from Taylor. He's going Ravens by a lot.
Yeah, I agree.
Matt's going with the Patriots. Bill schemes well for Lamar.
Oh.
I like controversy, so thank you, Matt.
Thanks. Thanks for being contrary.
Eric's going 15-2 for the Bengals on the season. I can see it.
Yeah. Well, speaking of, hold on. Ravens don't have a run game without Dobbins. Good point.
That's a good point.
Are some of y'all going to take the Patriots? I like it. I'm almost considering changing my pick just so I have a chance at sneaking ahead. I got to make up ground somehow with these picks. It's awful.
I mean, you're only 1 game back, and I only have 2 wins.
I know.
And it's only week 3. It's a long season.
Our guests are 0-7.
Oh
know,
God.
rough.
I couldn't believe it. I was putting that stat together this morning. I was like, there's no way. And I was like, oh God. Yeah.
I know. Well, I was wondering, what do you think about, since we're manifesting a really great game today, let's see what Matt's up to with the
Yeah.
game day cocktail.
Let's go for it.
Yep, tastes like winning.
All right, I just love that. And also, guys, just brace yourself. This is funny to me. Here we go.
You're gonna have to change the
Matt's
graphic.
signature I know, right? The robe stays, Matt. Here we go.
Hey everyone, and welcome to Game Day Cocktails. We're in week 3 and we play the Jets. Now you might be asking yourself, Matt, why are you wearing your wife's robe? And you know why? Because we all need to just relax and channel our inner dude, okay? And that's what the theme of this cocktail is gonna be. We're gonna make ourselves a white Russian, all right? Because we all need to just relax, take a breather. We're gonna be just fine. I know we're 0-2, but that's okay. Now, for this white Russian, we're gonna use about 2 ounces of vodka, maybe 3 because I know we're all feeling it, okay? Looks close enough. And then you're gonna add coffee liqueur. My favorite's Kahlua. It's probably the most traditional way to do it. About an ounce. And then we're gonna go in, follow it up with some heavy whipping cream or creamer, whatever you want to do. It'll help if I open it. Put that in there, about an ounce or so. We're gonna mix it all up. And just remember, while you're mixing, chill. It's gonna be okay. All right. Plenty of teams have made it to the playoffs when they start 0-2. All right, I'm gonna taste that. Tastes like relaxation and a win. Hooday.
There's so much to unpack there. So much to unpack. I mean, it's the robe. It's how heavy was that pour, Matt? Like, I'm gonna be toast before the game starts if I make it that way.
Oh, have you ever seen that that one YouTube video where this lady is making drinks and she's like, and 1 ounce of vodka, and she like just turns this bottle upside down for like 3 seconds. Like, lady, that's 4 shots right there of vodka.
I'm like, I was creating like the graphic for the recipe card so I could share the recipe with you guys after the show, but I had to lie a little bit about how much vodka to put in there because I'm like, that is clearly not the amount of vodka Matt used today. That's for sure. So anyways, that's the vibe today, guys. Like, we gotta chill, just relax, kick back, watch the game. We got this. Don't even stress it. Don't sweat it.
We good.
Inner Joe Burr. Inner dude. That's what we're doing today.
Oh, shoot. And another thing to keep in mind here is we did play, oh, crap. No, the Cowboys weren't in the playoffs last year. Never mind.
No.
Yeah.
Nice try, though. I know where you were going with that.
I was trying to spin it.
I want you guys to know that that's my mom, and she was a bartender for years, so she knows what's up, and this is her making fun of Matt right now, like using a fork. Hey, you gotta use what you got. Use what you got. That was the MacGyver of bartending just then that you just saw.
Oh, shoot. So I guess first off, we got a Thursday night game coming up next week. We will not be live on Thursday. We are sticking to our Sunday at 9 a.m. show. So we'll be back next Sunday to talk about the Dolphins game. Hopefully when we're at 500, sitting at 2-2. So be sure to join us then. Whitney and I have a lot of things we are working on in the background right now. A lot of sweet things that we could potentially be giving away here soon. So
teaser.
Yeah, just a little bit of a teaser and maybe a little bit of a hint in there too. But with that being said, thank you guys for joining us here this morning. Whitney, do we have anything else we need to touch on?
No, let's just go get this win today so that we can move on with our life and start a run.
Hell yeah. So, guys, enjoy your game day. Hope to see you at Springboro or Eastgate, either one. If not, enjoy your game day. And as always, hoo day.
Hoo day.